David Ascendant is a fresh retelling of the story of King David. Now, his story is probably the most retold of all biblical heroes, and everybody's familiar with David and Goliath, right? Goliath, the big giant. What would surprise some people is Goliath is not the only giant that was in David's life who was trying to kill him. In 2 Samuel and 1 Chronicles, we read about the Yalid HaRapha, or Sons of Rapha, who were an elite giant warrior squad who were hunting down King David to kill him. It even named some of the giants, like Lami, the brother of Goliath, Ishbi-benob, and Saph. So I tell their story and explore the Philistine culture in a way that hasn't been done before. But I also tell the story of some of David's mighty men, or Gibberim, like Benaiah, the chief of his bodyguard, or the brothers Abishai and Joab, or Ittai the Gittite, who was a Philistine convert. Of course, David is still the hero of this story as I tell his journey from shepherd musician to hero to outlaw to king, as well as exploring his romantic entanglements, like his first wife, Michal, his third wife, Abigail, or the queen of Gath who tried to seduce him. But the real power of David Ascendant is the fact that it is a story of both spirituality and sensuality, because it tells the story of King David, who is a man of contradictions. Yeah, a man who is after God's own heart, but also a sinner who had a weakness for women, and he was a man of much bloodshed. So I tell his story with uncompromising honesty and transparency, without compromising the holiness of his God, Yahweh. David Ascendant is the 7th in the series of Chronicles of the Nephilim, and I do in this book what I've done in the entire series, and that is, it's a theological novel that reveals the supernatural spiritual warfare behind the real world that we see with our eyes. So therefore I do engage in a lot of fictionalization and using some fantasy elements in order to communicate that theological spiritual truth. So we'll see the gods of the pagan world come alive, like Dagon or Baal or Asherah. And we'll also see other strange things that the Bible hints at, such as the lion men of Moab, which appear to be strange warriors who might be part lion and part man. I also had some fiction to fill out the facts of what we do know about characters like King Saul, his son Jonathan, Samuel the Seer, and others, but in a way that doesn't contradict the Bible, but rather fills in between the lines with imagination. So in this way I hope to show great respect for the scriptures, while also exploring the poetic imagination that God himself has revealed in the scriptures.